Okay, so the bookings funnel is the strategy that I used when I really wanted to bump up a big week and have great income coming in or earn lots of points for an incentive prize that my company was doing. I use the bookings funnel all the time for every single booking, and I'm going to now take you through this step by step. As you have a party guest at your party who says yes to booking a party, so you might have used what we call the group bookings pitch. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go to the front page of our website and watch the 3-part video series on bookings. The group bookings pitch is where we say to the group, and it's where most of my bookings came in, after we've done the big presentation and before we go into the shopping section, we say, who wants to be the first one to say yes to the free products? And a lot of times we'll have 2 people that put up their hand to say yes to booking in a party there. As soon as you've got anyone at your party who says yes to booking a party, or in promotional work, anytime someone says yes to booking, what you want to do is use this bookings funnel to get them to choose a date in your calendar that is within the next 2 or 3 weeks. And you might be thinking, Melanie, that's impossible. How can I get all of my hostesses to choose dates that are happening only 2 or 3 weeks away? The bookings funnel, this helps you to get those parties dated in to a date and a time within the next 2 or 3 weeks. Now, let's imagine that Amy, I can see Amy's in the comments there. Let's imagine that Amy has said yes to booking a party with me. And the first thing I'm going to say to Amy is, Amy, what's better for you? Would you prefer to do a weekday or would you prefer to do a weekend? What I'm doing here is I'm giving Amy 2 alternate choices. I'm not leaving it as an open-ended question where I just say to Amy, Amy, what date do you want to book your party? And she might say, 3 months away will be great. No, you want to stay in control. You want to be able to get these parties dated into the next 2 or 3 weeks. In fact, if it was the beginning of a new month and I had my calendar, and normally this would have all the dates on it and the bookings that I already have in, but if it's the beginning of a new month, I only ever let my host see the next 3 weeks. So what I would do when I was at the party, 1, 2, 3, I would have that calendar folded so that they can't even see past 3 weeks. And that as well helps us to get these parties dated in a lot faster. What we're doing here is alternate choice questions. So this helps you to get your future host to make the decision and choose a date faster, quicker, and get it dated in early. You're staying in control. You are only offering days and times that suit you, and they're going to be within the next 2 to 3 weeks. When you use alternate choice like this, what would you prefer to do, Amy? A weekday or a weekend? Our human brain works easier and faster if we have 2 options to choose from. We are giving Amy 2 options that are both positive. They both are yes to definitely dating the party in. So all Amy is working out is, do I want it on a weekday or do I want it on a weekend? It's so easy. That's the first step. And then we call this the bookings funnel because we're going to continue with alternate choice questions and work our way down. So let's say Amy says, I want my party on a weekend. Great. Then you look at your calendar and you look for the first 2 weekend dates that you've got available and you're offering her the 2 earliest dates. So then you might look at your calendar and you might say, well, Amy, I've still got Saturday this weekend coming up, or I've got Sunday the following weekend. So you might say, I've got Saturday the 6th of the month, or I've got Sunday the 14th. Okay, so we're pretending that Saturday is this weekend, Sunday is the following weekend. So I'm offering Amy 2 dates that are within the next 2 weeks, like really super duper close. And a lot of times, if you just offer it like this in alternate choices, they will just run along with it and they'll pick one of those dates. Plus, when you get into the routine of doing this as your system, and this is the way that you do all of your parties, The party that Amy has come to today as a guest, she is there as a guest of the host, and that host would have booked with me only 2 or 3 weeks after her friend had her party. So what happens is everyone starts to see this happen over and over again, as it's just the way we do it. All the hosts and the guests see parties happening every 2 or 3 weeks among their group of friends, and it just repeats and repeats and repeats. Of course, you want to get brand new party guests to show up so that you're getting more bookings each and every time. So I say to Amy, what would you prefer, a Saturday the 6th this weekend or Sunday the 14th, the next one after that? And she might choose Sunday the 14th, okay? Now listen to the tone of pitch in my voice as well. So now I'm looking at my Sunday the 14th on the calendar, and I might see that I've got both my morning and afternoon available. So then I'm going to say to Amy, what's better for you? Do you want a morning or do you want an afternoon? Now listen to the tone and the pitch of my voice as I ask 2 alternate questions, because the sound in the way that we are asking an alternate question also helps the human brain to make a decision easier and faster. So listen to the pitch in my voice with every single one of these. I said, Amy, do you want to do a weekday or a weekend? Are you hearing the pitch? Should we go Saturday the 6th this week coming up, or Sunday the 14th the next weekend? What's better for you? Would you prefer a morning or an afternoon? Pitch goes up, pitch goes down. Pitch goes up, pitch goes down. Option 1, option 2. Are you getting it? That type of tone and pitch in the voice communicates to humans that we are expecting a decision to be made. And when we ask in that type of way, the decision happens quickly. So no longer do you sit there with your future hostess with a calendar out or your planner for the next 12 months, and you're looking at the diary. We call it a diary in Australia. I know a lot of you in the US and Canada call it your planner or your calendar. Rather than sitting down there with a hostess and you're both just looking at all these dates and it takes you forever to make a decision, you are in control. It's short, sharp, quick, easy, and you're going to get the date. The host is going to choose a date within the next 2 or 3 weeks. So I say to Amy, do you want a Sunday morning or an afternoon? Morning or afternoon? Pitch goes up, pitch goes down. She says afternoon. And then all I've got to do then is just finish off and say something like, well, I normally do my Sunday afternoon parties at either 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. What time is best for you? And she might say, oh, I think 2 p.m. is great. That way we can be finished up and let everyone enjoy their Sunday evening at home. So then you say, great, Amy, what we have chosen is Sunday. Can you still see this? Oops, no, you can't. I'll have to lift it up. We've now chosen Sunday, the 14th at 2 p.m. And you would write her name on your calendar and then let her know that you're going to get the hostess party pack. And that is it. She's booked in. Simple, done. So if you are doing this for every single person that you are booking a party with, you're going to find that these bookings happen short, sharp, easy. You're going to become just like Go Getter Gloria. You can have 8 parties happening within the next 6 weeks, all starting with just one that you've got happening this week.